What's up, guys, and welcome to the Nani No Anime Podcast, a weekly anime podcast where me and my boy SeeOhKnee get together, talk about anime and other things. SeeOhKnee, how you doing, baby?
Not too bad, man. I mean, there's a fucking blizzard going on outside right now. Super glad I had the day off from work because I didn't have to drive in it.
I'm actually,
dude. Fuck snow and everything associated with it.
Dude, for real. So, like, I used to live in New York. You know that for listeners. Yep. I used to live in New York. Now I live in Texas. We don't get snow in Texas, but we just got snow. And everybody freaked out. Everything shuts down. If there is even a centimeter of snow, people go into a panic. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle it. You know, New York and like this, you know, where SeeOhKnee's up and, you know, where he's at. It don't matter if there's 2 feet on the ground. They're like, get your ass to work.
Yep.
You live
shove your car out.
Yeah,
go.
You live here. You're fucking responsible. Get damn snow tires. Dude, I will never forget. I lived up you know, in upstate New York for college for like the 9 months that I was in college. And our boss, who was an asshole and wouldn't allow us to leave early because the snow was getting so bad. Only store in the entire market who didn't let us go home. This is when I worked at Best Buy. And, you know, we left. And when I say the snow was literally up to my knees, it was literally up to my knees. And she drove a little sports car. So like 10 of us had to shovel and help push her car because she couldn't get out of the space. And it was so bad that when I finally got into my car, my hair was frozen solid. And it has made me hate driving in the snow to this day.
It's been awful. I mean, I hate snow. It's awful. Can we just do away with it? It'd be great.
I agree.
Because anything associated with it, like when it melts, it turns to fucking black ice, and then it gets scary. You know, it's
bullshit.
Ugh.
Now, I don't know if people come to this podcast for the anime banter, or if they come here for the random talks about snow. But what I do know is that It's Fox from the United States rated us 5 stars on iTunes, saying, coming here to rate. I listen to them on Spotify, but I don't know how to rate them on there. It's one of my favorite podcasts to listen to when I'm driving or doing mindless tasks. They can be pretty comical, and I watch all the anime they talk about. I highly recommend this to people who are immersed in anime and want to hear other people's views on it. I'd give them more than 5 stars if I could. You know, fun fact, we talk a lot about Hunter x Hunter because I'm in the middle of watching that right now. SeeOhKnee's already seen it. Yep. I'm in the middle of a very hype moment at Water 7 One Piece. SeeOhKnee's already seen it. You know, we're watching Attack on Titan and doing other things like that. So I don't know what people are here for, but there you go.
We appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Right. Now also, y'all coming around the world. You know, Fox was from the US. We also got rated 5 stars on iTunes by OGC Gaming from the United Kingdom. 5 stars. Ooh. Fun and hilarious to listen to. Funny talks on some of the anime they are watching. Some cool perspectives on the shows. Gives unique takes that you might not have heard before. And a third 5-star review on iTunes from Niklas Wudy from Bulgaria. 5 stars.
Can you say that again one more time?
You two are making my week every week. Thank you. I've been having a blast listening to the podcast. Keep the good content. Thank you. You are all. I don't even know. It's just a string of letters, dude. You know, so if you guys rate us 5 stars on iTunes, you know, let us know. Rate us 5 stars. Awesome. We'll read it because for some reason that matters. And it's the only place that you can leave a review. I wasn't expecting us to get 3. But now that that's out of the way, and we officially have 63 ratings and 53 reviews, you know, the 10 of you guys that rated and didn't give reviews, suck a fat one. Can we talk about Attack on Titan? Because I cried like a bitch. I cried like a bitch. And you remember I made a bet last week that Gabby was going to cap like 4 or 5 people. I was fucking wrong. I went in expecting a massacre. I got a single death and cried like a bitch. I was not prepared.
It hit home, dude. I mean, the fact that just gone.
Now, have you seen the memes?
No, I have not.
All right, entertain them real quick while I find this meme for you.
So, can we just talk about like Gabby using the little hand Batman repel thing going on there? Like,
dude, Gabby was just like,
just got a headshot with the sniper while sliding with the hip fire right there. That right there is prime Call of Duty tactics. Honestly, I'm questioning
Call of Duty tactics.
How much Call of Duty Gabby has played, because that slide with a hip fire right there, perfect.
All right,
perfect.
so I just sent you the video, so I need you to pull up that meme real quick. I'll try it. All right, so for audio listeners, you just go check it out. It shouldn't be that hard to find. But somebody just said, okay, but why it looked like they both getting railed from behind while Armin and Mikasa are crying over Sasha's lifeless corpse. So just go watch that scene and just imagine them getting railed.
Is it possible to get that edited at some point? Like,
probably
have that just thrown up?
I'm probably gonna send that meme to Karma and be like, can you make sure you edit this into the TikTok?
Just to get my reaction when it's going on, because that was my first time I ever saw that. Wow.
Right? Dude, it's fucked up.
It's so true though.
I know. Speaking of TikTok, guys, the Nani no Anime TikTok officially has hit 21,200 followers, which is actually mental. The podcast has been in less than a month too. The podcast has been blowing up on TikTok. So thank you guys for the love. 1.7 million views in the past 7 days. 2.25 million views in the past 28 days. Absolutely fucking insanity.
So 28 days, 2.8, right?
Less than 28 days. It hasn't even been that long.
But 7 days, 1 point. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Y'all are going crazy. I love it.
I mean, we did have one video that got 1 million views on its own, which is still crazy to think about. But yeah, so we are on TikTok, Nani no Anime. We're everywhere. We exist all over the interwebs.
Yep.
Probably gonna start using that Twitter now.
We probably should use the Twitter.
I'm gonna have to give you the login information so that every now and again we can alternate days of posting an anime meme.
Not a bad idea, actually.
Controversial takes, but dude, seriously, I was not prepared to lose Sasha. That shit fucked me up.
No,
real
definitely
bad.
was not ready for Gabby took out 2 people. Just flawlessly.
Granted, does anybody even know who the fuck that first guy was? I don't know about you. I didn't really care when he died. I mean, it kind of sucked.
I don't know. All I know is I question the mechanics of the little rappel gun that he was using. That's the only thing that I question. Because it's think about that, right? She headshot, she shot the guy. He drops down with the rappel thing.
Yes.
And she's sitting there, and it's a solid I'd feel 30 to 45 seconds, because she turns around and that dude's coming up, right? And they're going through the whole discussion of everything, this and that. I feel at some point, I hate to say it, but the blimp should be kind of dragging the corpse with it.
I was thinking, well, so
you know
I was thinking the same thing. If you look, you can see that the handle was moving, but yeah, I agreed. I was it's not like the blimp's moving at 2 miles an hour.
I mean, we're talking about a fucking blimp here.
Yeah.
It's
the same reasoning of why didn't they just shut the fucking door? I mean, I guess you're in the air, you don't think about it, but still. And all right, so they hit us over the head with that. And then they hit us over the head with Zeke isn't dead, and he's been working with them.
Yeah, that was wow.
And it makes me wonder, now what for, Gabby and Falco? Gabby just capped Sasha, right? But Sasha and them capped Gabby's friends a few minutes earlier. And it's one of those things where, now Zeke is working with them. Is Zeke going to let them hurt Gabby? Probably not. All I know is Gabby's getting a lot of hate, and I am fucking sick of all this Gabby hate.
Well, because the plan was supposed to go off without any kind of death, right?
Yes.
That was the whole thing of the plan. I'm assuming that's the whole betrayal of the betrayal agreement with Zeke and everything, doing what he was doing.
Well, it was also fucking Eren wasn't supposed to do that. They made it clear, they told him not to, and he was like, "Fuck y'all," and went off on his own. Dude,
well, I mean, the dude's been living for how long without a fucking leg? Okay.
I mean, we don't know.
And an eye patch. All right. Who knows what's going on with that boy? All right.
It's just I've been struggling to wrap my head around how they were going to wrap this up in 9 episodes or whatever. A lot of people are making it very clear to me in my comments of my videos recently that it is nowhere near. It is going to be way more than 9 episodes. They're it is 150% based on the manga. Apparently, we are going to be getting a part 2 of the season or a movie. Again, I would prefer
but
a
with
movie.
this time constraint, like how's Mappa gonna do that though? Like that's what I don't understand.
I have no idea.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. They've been doing a great job so far.
Oh yeah.
But now I question. Okay, now they're gonna get additional pressure because no one else wanted to take take this job. Remember?
Yeah. I don't really, that's what I think is so weird is I don't really know. I don't know how it wraps up. Like it sucks, and I really hope it doesn't happen. I wouldn't be surprised to find out that they just like are like, nah, like y'all ain't getting the other half. Like that was a rumor, it was a fake rumor, but still,
go read it, figure it out.
Yeah, like fucking, we're done. Like you got half of it. Fucking, if you want to finish the story, buy the manga.
But then, if that's the case, then I question the purpose of the studio applying the pressure to Mappa in the first place to get this done when to tie both up at the same time. You know
I have no idea, dude. Like my thing is, you take your time. I don't really care. I just don't want a Demon Slayer movie situation where, because like here at least like we're getting it, here in America and other countries the same time as Japan when it's a show. But fucking the Demon Slayer movie came out in like November or longer. I don't even, and we still don't know when or if it's coming to the States or other countries. So it's like, I definitely don't want a movie. Like I would love a movie. I would love, dude, like think about it. Imagine Attack on Titan, but with a movie level budget. Like that sounds incredible, but I don't want to have to wait like an extra fucking year and a half, and everybody's going to be bummed because everyone will get spoiled. You can't release something like that, that far in advance.
Let me
in
question
one
this then. Mm-hmm. If let's say they are going to do a movie, right?
Yeah. At
what point in the story are they going to stop, and are they going to have enough content to be able to make a movie out of it?
I think so. Based on what,
you know what I mean, like
based on what I've seen from my comments, a lot of people are saying that they don't even think a movie will be enough, and they'll need a second half of the season.
Really?
Yeah.
There's that much, like they're going this slow.
Apparently, I mean, I'm sure that we could look it up and find out like how many volumes of the manga are, how many chapters, and like where we're at. I think somebody was saying that the episodes are currently adapting. I think people were saying like 2 chapters per episode, which is pretty good. Like that doesn't sound so bad.
But how many chapters are there in total?
I have no idea. I'd have to look it up, but I have no idea. But I wouldn't look it up. Just don't look it up. That's how you get spoilers. Don't do it. You'll get spoiled. Just somebody in the comments tell us.
I'm gonna put Google away.
Yeah, because I'm right. If you Google Attack on Titan manga, you're gonna get like a fucking screen grab of like the ending or something.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
So if anybody can help us, you know what to do. I don't know what I want. I would love a movie, but I don't think it makes the most sense personally. What do you think?
I just want them to wrap the content up correctly and not butcher the story to be able to save time.
I agree.
That's the only thing that I want is them having to sacrifice key plot or key points in the storyline to maintain a timeline, because that would be the worst case scenario in my opinion.
Okay. So all right. Question. What do you think? What direction do you think it's going to take? Like from what we've seen now, right? They're retreating. Gabby is after getting, and if you remember that scene, after Gabby and Falco got the shit beat out of them, like fucking beat up. We now know, are they going to get killed? Are they not? Right? You have a few of them standing up because they're kids. You have Zeke's working with them. Like, what is their plan there? Like, I feel like I expected this to be an all-out brawl for a while until God knows how many people died. And instead, it turned out to be like, all right, we don't have enough power. Time to retreat. Oh, Eren betrayed us. I have a feeling they're going to go back and train. I wouldn't be surprised if they get Gabby to help them. I wouldn't be surprised if they get Falco to help them. We still don't know what's going on with Annie. Is Annie still in the fucking ice block of death back home? We haven't seen anything about her powers, so I don't think that they ate her.
What I find, what I just thought of is why. I mean, if they could keep the Beast Titan's jaws, they could actually open up Annie's crystal,
the Jaw Titan.
Yeah,
but that's the thing is they don't. Reiner has it back.
Yep.
And that's another thing I don't understand. Zeke, if anybody was gonna like go behind people's backs, I wouldn't have expected it to be Zeke. But at the same time, they're like related, kind of. So I guess it kind of makes sense, him and Eren. But now what? Like, is it gonna be like Zeke and Eren and them versus Reiner, and or like, is it gonna be an all out like Titans versus the world shit? Like, I
just want to see the kind of powers that Eren picked up from eating the other Titan.
That's a same.
Like it's just been like there hasn't been anything. I want to see his freaking Titan form combined with.
I wonder how that works. Like, do you think that he'll just be himself? But because the Warhammer Titan was controlled underground, like a stand from JoJo's.
Yeah.
So like, how would he be able to be both? Like, will he be able to?
Can you combine them?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, will he be able to use the Warhammer Titan's powers, but without the risk of like having to be underground controlling it? Like, will he be able to like, you know what I mean? Like, be himself, but have those powers? Like, that would be insane.
He could literally make a freaking like scythe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, dude, the possibilities.
Can you imagine Eren with that power?
No.
Like right now in his state of mind.
No. He's
Yikes.
Nuts. I love the man, but he's lost it. He's fuck them kids. Like, that's his motto right now. He might as well be walking around with a fucking shirt that says fuck them kids. He don't care. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, dude. The direction it could go in so many different directions that I have no idea. All I know is the movie would be pretty dope. And speaking of movies, I wanted to hear your thoughts about this. Obviously, we have not gotten the Demon Slayer movie yet, unfortunately. But did you hear that the Demon Slayer creator, Koyohara, I probably just butchered his name, I'm sorry. He wants to make a sci-fi romantic comedy next.
Based off of Demon Slayer? Or
no,
just as his next project?
As his next project.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so a sci-fi romantic comedy. What do you think about that?
How he can go from Demon Slayer to romantic comedy?
Right? Like, doesn't that seem just like a very drastic like difference?
I mean, I don't know much about being able to write and script all and write stuff down and do all that kind of stuff to like, make a whole story and like stay within a universe. And I find it very interesting, which is why like reading books is awesome, because like you get to get inside some one person's universe. But when they bounce from genre to genre, it's not always the same,
Yeah, I could see that. I wonder if it's one of those things, like, because it would be kind of cool. Like, what if that's like his passion, right? But he did Demon Slayer because he knew that like that story would sell better.
Yeah, I mean, that you're right.
So
that's a whole possibility as well.
It could be amazing. Like a sci-fi romantic comedy. I don't know how I feel about that, but like I kind of like sci-fi.
I would like to hear the plot.
I like I like rom-coms. Who doesn't like a fucking good rom-com? I don't know if I've ever watched an anime rom-com. Are there anime rom-coms that exist? Is that a genre that exists?
I would assume so. Would slice of life there.
Would Rent a Girlfriend be considered romantic comedy?
Yes.
I guess yes. It does exist. Whatever.
Devil's a part-timer too, probably.
Yeah. Well, fuck it. Let's move on before people think we're dumb. So let's talk about fucking One Piece because I have been freaking out.
Okay.
I am at episode 294. So I think as of last week we discussed that I've learned about second gear. Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
Oh, so you didn't tell me about you. You finally learned about second gear.
Yeah, so we learned about second gear, right? Looks a lot like Kaioken. Somebody in my comments said that it was inspired by that. Not sure if that's true or not, but whatever.
Yeah.
But it was really cool and interesting. And then they teased, Gear 3, but then, didn't go through with it. And now I also sort of have gotten a tease of third gear. I know that he bites himself like Eren does when he transforms into a Titan. I knew that he blew up a fucking giant steel door, but they didn't show the form, and all of a sudden he turned into a fucking leprechaun after.
Yep.
So I don't know what the fuck is happening, bro.
Well, welcome to Luffy's gears.
Right? So like he's turned into a leprechaun. Chopper has become a monster. My baby boy is no longer a baby boy.
Dude, he's a beast.
He's a fucking animal. And I'm just like sitting here like, oh my God, please, I hope he'll be able to control this in the future. That would be insane. Like he's so fucking strong. And now the fucking Buster Call has been emitted, which is giving me serious like Frieza vibes, like blowing up Namek vibes. It's like, and I'm wondering how much of that inspiration was there. Because somebody told me, and again, I don't know if it's 100% true, confirm in comments or whatever. I've been told that the Gear 2 is based off Kaioken. And if Gear 2 is based off Kaioken, I don't think it's that unrealistic to think that the Buster Call was inspired by Frieza being a little bitch.
Yeah. Yep. You're not wrong.
I mean, who calls the Buster Call? Spanda, the fucking little bitch. I hate him.
Which I could definitely see. I mean, now that you say that, I think where you are on the storyline was kind of around that time, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I think so. Yeah. There were similar.
When was the time that you're in the storyline? When was that actually released?
That I'm not sure.
Is what I'm curious about.
So
if that's the case, then it might have been right after.
If we look at Crunchyroll, now I don't know how accurate this is. It says here that it was available May 17th, 2014. I don't know if that's actually the year that these episodes came out, or if that's just when they came to Crunchyroll.
I would go to the wiki.
Oh, you know what I could look up? On Water 7, or when did Water 7 come out? Let's see here. Enies Lobby, years released. Okay, hold on. I think it looks like it's 2005 to 2006 for the manga, and then 2006 to 2007 for the anime. Yeah. So 2006 to 2007. I'm pretty sure the Frieza saga was... I'm trying to think.
Frieza saga, I feel like, was like 99.
I was going to say 90s, right?
2000?
91. Holy shit. Wait, hold on.
91?
Sorry. In Japan, the saga aired in 91. In the US, it aired in 99. I didn't know that. There was an 8-year gap for DBZ in the US. That's insane.
It didn't pick up in the West. They didn't push it to the West for a while.
But so 91. So it totally could have been inspired. That's wild. Also,
that's so crazy.
That means the Frieza saga is 30 years old.
30 years old, the Frieza saga.
What the fuck? That's insane.
Wow.
That's insane to think about.
So it's been 30 years since we've seen Goku go Super Saiyan. And how long has the over 9,000 meme been around for?
Older than that. I don't know what saga would that be considered.
That's the Frieza saga. That's when they're on Namek.
No, it's not. The over 9,000. Oh wait, no, it's not.
Yeah.
No. Is it the Saiyan saga?
That's when they're on Namek.
It. No, the over 9,000 isn't on Namek, because the over 9,000 is when he's detecting Kakarot. Why did I just call him Kakarot? Why did I call him Kakarot? I'm channeling my inner Vegeta. All right, it come out. Let's see here. April 26th, 1989 was the Japanese air dates. 89 to 90.
So it was before the Frieza saga?
Yeah.
So it was I thought it was during the Ginyu stuff that all that happened.
If it was the Ginyu saga, then it was 1990 and 1991. But I'm pretty sure that they were on Earth. I'm like 99% sure that it was with Nappa. Yes, it was, because Nappa was like, "What? 9,000?" And Nappa didn't make it to Namek. Nappa got capped before he got there. I'm telling you.
You're right, dude.
I know.
Damn.
Dude, I feel real
old now. Not just thinking about that. Jesus Christ.
Look,
wow.
I watched Dragon Ball Z. I couldn't even tell you how many times, bro, back in the day. I had the Blu-rays at one point back when I was like 21. Me and my roommate, we used to just get stoned and drunk like every night and just watch Dragon Ball Z. It was fucking great.
This episode on Dragon Ball Z.
It's kind of, dude, that's actually mental to think about. But yeah, so I think that there's probably some heavy inspiration there, but it is getting Insane. I've met the One Piece MILF of MILFs, Olvia, who unfortunately, you know, got capped, you know, sadly, just like a certain JoJo's MILF. I'm sick of it, dude. There's not enough anime MILFs. They keep killing them off. I'm not okay with it. It's bullshit.
I mean, but if they don't kill the anime MILFs, then there is no plot for the characters to go after the villains.
There's not enough main character.
They can't just kill off like
MILFs.
a B character. Okay, it doesn't work like that. It has to be an anime MILF to inspire everyone.
Fucking somebody start making an anime where the main character's a MILF. God damn.
Well, I mean, if you're interested in one of those animes, I was actually, before we actually started the podcast, I was fucking around on VRV.
Okay.
And there was this anime that I kind of watched 15 minutes of, and I was like, maybe this isn't for me.
Was it hentai?
Maybe? I don't know.
Wait. All right, hold on. Explain.
Hold on. Let me look it up real quick again. I watched 15 minutes and I was like, yeah, not really for me. Redo of Healer.
Oh, a lot of people have been telling me to watch that. Apparently, a lot of people were saying it's similar to DxD.
Yeah, it seems very well drawn. Mm-hmm. Yep.
What the fuck is that
in the plot section.
Oh, okay. So they're really making sure them titties are.
They pay attention to very fine details and allow gravity to take its hold.
Oh, all right.
Is what I noticed, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna see you later.
So confirmed, SeeOhKnee doesn't like Redo of the Healer or titties.
Whoa. I like titties, sir. Okay. All right. I am just not a big fan of like anime titties. I like real titties, sir. Just clarify that.
You know you could like more than one type of titties, right?
There's only one for me. I'm like Highlander. Okay.
You're just only one type.
Exactly. That's all that matters. It's one type.
That's fair. That's an understandable statement. Maybe. I mean, you know, we'll have to see. TikTok, let us know. You know, is SeeOhKnee weird for hating hentai?
Don't hate hentai. It's just not for me. Okay. I respect people and their choice for hentai. But for me, the mental image that I get, it just doesn't. I'm good. Nope.
So it's not. I mean, I guess it could be considered hentai, but it's not Japanese. Did you hear that I swear to God, don't look this up. I've told people before and they've looked it up and they're like, oh my God, you weren't lying. And I'm like, I'm aware. You're welcome. You just got scarred for life. If you guys remember a fun little cartoon called Ren and Stimpy, there was a Ren and Stimpy After Dark episode they made. Legitimate, like actually made by the people who made Ren and Stimpy, not fake.
I've heard this story.
Literally a porno where I think Rem is the little one. He literally like rails some like fucking busty chick in like the bathroom at a beach or something. Like straight up, like full on penetrate, like going hardcore, dude. I saw that shit when I was younger and I was like, what is happening? Right? This the fuck is this? I was so confused.
You know,
my brain has never been the same since. Fucked me up, man.
That was back when the internet was still a babe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So don't look it up.
And now people literally are probably just gonna be like, oh, you could do that in Google? Okay, hold on, let me check that real quick.
And everybody's gonna come back and be like, why did you say this? Why every time there's gonna be at least 10 comments, people be like, why did you tell me? Why did you bring it up? Why the fuck did you look it up? It's not my fault. I didn't pull up to your house, put a gun to your head and say, do it, bitch. No, you did it on your own volition. I don't want to hear shit.
Yep. And if you are gonna do it, at least use incognito mode. Don't leave a search history. You're welcome. That's
very true. You're not wrong. So what have you been watching, SeeOhKnee? Give me the details. What have you been diving into?
So I watched a couple episodes of Haikyuu. Okay. That shit is fucking fire again. I'm loving it.
How many episodes are you in?
I'm on episode 5 right now.
5? Okay. So you got like 3 more in. Nice.
Yep. Just taking my time, you know, working into it. Mm-hmm. But I'm really enjoying like how they start you off with like a character that's kind of like weak and has a lot of like not weak, but like has a lot of weaknesses in a way.
Okay. All right.
And they kind of like slowly build him up while throwing constant like I want to say like challenges, but like rivals and this kind of stuff at him, you know?
Okay.
Which then only makes him like stronger, obviously. So I like that. I like what they're doing. I'm appreciating it.
I have to check it out soon. I don't know if I am doing it this week or not. I did a charity stream. We raised money for cancer, and one of the goals, because they're lunatics, they like shattered the goal I set in 20 minutes while I was still troubleshooting because I broke the alerts. I was like, well, okay, I guess we're raising more money. So, we hit a goal, so I have to do a video reaction for Haikyuu now. I was like, only the first 2 episodes. I ain't committing to the whole damn series. I ain't got time for that right now. But so I'm gonna be doing it probably live, and I'll see. I'll see how it goes. I'm curious. The fact that because like I feel like me and you have very similar tastes in anime. I feel like we have slight differences, but I feel like we have very similar tastes. So I mean, the fact that you are saying that it's good, and we've gotten a lot of overwhelming positive comments about it on TikTok, that I'm definitely curious to see kind of how it all plays out.
The next one I've been trying to catch up on Black Clover.
Okay. I need to start that, dude.
All I gotta say is Asta is a chonky boy.
Chonky boy. You getting fat?
God damn.
Getting fat?
Nah, he thick. Okay. Damn.
Every picture I've seen of him, he looks so small. I'm trying to imagine him thick.
Do you want me to send you a picture?
No. I know I'm gonna be watching it soon. I just like.
I mean, dude, it's crazy. So like I'm catching up on that. Also, dude, ReZero.
Okay. I haven't.
That shit's wild.
I can only imagine, dude. I'm like a few episodes behind.
Bro,
this Vimeo shit.
Let me just put it this way: they turned someone in the story into someone who I actually never cared about to someone I'm like, wow, I actually fucking care about that guy now. What the fuck? Interesting. Yeah, you'll figure it out once you get there.
I'm excited to see. I mean, that happened to me with Reiner, dude. I went from being a fucking full-on Reiner hater to like every time he comes on screen, I like root for him, and then I'm like, fuck, he's the enemy, but he's not. But he is. But
he's the enemy, but I still love you, Reiner.
I know, like I love you.
But it's like, come on, go to the other side, dude. Like, come on.
It's apt.
Just pull a Zeke. Pull a Zeke, bro. Just betray him. Just pull a Zeke. Come on, man.
Just do something. There's so many good things happening.
I'm so curious why Zeke is doing what he's doing.
Same. I don't know. We'll find out at some point. I don't know, man. There's so much shit. I'm like becoming so overwhelmed. Not in a bad way, but just like it is getting crazy where I'm at in freaking Tokyo Ghoul for the manga. Like I finished volume 6. I have to order volume 7. It's getting crazy there. And
so where are you at in Tokyo Ghoul?
So I am, hold on, I'm gonna grab this so I can show you a picture.
Okay. Well,
I'm drawing a blank on the person's name. That's why. Ugh. So I'm right here, volume 6. So this character got introduced. Let me see if I can. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on the name. I wonder if it'll say it in the chapters. Probably will. Hold on. Here we go. Juzo.
Yeah, Juzo.
Yeah. So, we're in that part, and it's just in that point where they're like getting closer and we're learning more, and like Kaneki's getting stronger, and like he got fucking kidnapped, and it's just getting like crazier and crazier. So I need to get the other volume because I want to read it because it really left on a.
Wait, he just got kidnapped?
Yeah, like they were.
So they went into the coffee shop. You just finished that part?
I don't know about the coffee shop, but
where the dudes came into the coffee shop and kidnapped him?
Maybe I'm drawing a blank. I just know he's kidnapped. I forgot.
Wait a second here. Did you not see that what the dude was chewing on when he was walking into the coffee shop?
Well, hold on, because I don't know if I'm. Hold on, sir. I don't know if that's where I'm at. Hold on. I'll try and give you a more accurate idea. I know you didn't read the manga. You read or watched the anime, so it's like I'm trying to think of. Fuck. Hold on.
I've heard stories, so don't worry. Just wait till you get to that part.
I'm trying to think.
Because if you're to the point where Ken Kaneki's been kidnapped, right?
Yes.
From I can't think of it. Anteku, right?
Yeah, it was from the I was.
So just look at what the dude's chewing on when he walks in the door.
Okay, I'll have to go back. I'll go back and check it out. Because apparently I missed some stuff. I might have to reread a few of the chapters. But
yeah.
So it's it's there, and I need to get volume 7, and then Water 7
I think
is
that's
just
right, dude.
getting crazy. And Soge King is life. I love that man. Fucking Zoro's fighting with Soge King handcuffed to him.
Dude, the Soge King, he's on a whole nother level. But really, I'm curious where Usopp is still.
Dude, I feel like they're distant relatives, and we just, maybe they were brothers separated at birth. I don't know. But
like
I agree.
Usopp, you think Usopp like is from Sniper Island?
No, I don't think he's from Sniper Island. I think that Soge King was probably like a long lost brother. Maybe Mama was banging somebody on the side. I don't know. I mean, they have long nose, so probably related in some way. But I think that maybe he just somehow ended up on Sniper Island. Maybe he was abandoned. I'm not sure. But he's grown up into be to be a badass. I'm just a little disappointed. Soge King, somebody that I understand he's friends with Usopp, but somebody that never knew Robin, going out of his way, busting his ass to help save Robin, and Usopp nowhere to be found. It's kind of sad.
You really start to feel bad because you're like, as much as you love Usopp as a character, you're like, where the hell is he?
Dude, imagine
he's not here for his friends.
Imagine how Robin
King
feels.
is though.
I know. Imagine how Robin feels, dude.
Completely abandoned. But Soge, well, I mean, the good news is at least someone's stepping up to the plate, and Soge King's that guy.
Same thing. Also, I'm gonna riot, dude. The more they show Frankie, the more excited I get, and then they fucking show the Frankie family, and my heart gets ripped out, and I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it was like 2 or 3 times today. I recorded a lot of episodes today, and I was like screaming. I was like, I swear, if you do me dirty the way Vivi did, I'm gonna be so fucking sad. I don't.
Oh, you don't want Frankie to leave? Like,
no, I don't want him to fucking leave. He's awesome. He fits. I was like, he fits perfectly. But so did Vivi.
Yep.
Fucking
and look what they do with Vivi. So like, look at that. I mean, like, honestly, there could come some certain circumstances where maybe that he's just got to stay and do what Vivi did.
It's a weird thing where I'm like, I could like the only thing I'm just like, just pass the torch. Just pick somebody in the Frankie family and be like, you're in charge. I don't know who it is. I feel like one of them could probably handle it. Maybe.
I mean, look at him. No. Are you kidding me? Frankie's the most organized out of the entire goddamn family.
I know. They're a fucking disaster, dude.
All right. You fucking kidding me?
A man Frankie can dream, damn it. All right.
You can't leave that to go with the Straw Hats. You kidding me?
Bro, all right. Look. That doesn't mean that I can't dream. Okay? It doesn't mean that I can't fucking dream. I just gotta hope it doesn't get crushed. But speaking of like Robin,
she's made some hard choices.
Oh my god, I'm like getting fucking fucked up from it, even thinking about it. Yeah, I recorded it today. Seeing her past fucked me up.
That makes sense though,
bro. I don't even like. It definitely must have been amplified because like it started making me think about my daughter. Just because, dude, tears, so many tears. Like I've had moments where I have a tear. You get the emotional thing. Where,
so,
like,
question on a YouTube video: what do you do about that? Do you just keep recording?
Yeah. So like usually like in that time I might like pause and like collect myself for a second, but I was like, nah, I'm just accepting it, like raw, like let's go. Like it fucked me up, dude.
Damn.
It like I was thinking about it. I don't think I've ever been like that emotionally impacted by like any form of media. Like Last of Us 1, like the opening to that game, that really messed me up for a similar reason, but dude, this like it really like fucked me up, dude. It was like once she realized that it was her mother and like started calling out to her, like that was it. That was when it was just like the fucking waterworks just opened, like the fucking floodgates. It was brutal.
It pulls your heartstrings, man.
I'm telling you, man. If I know you haven't watched in a while, you should just go back and watch those episodes.
Just wait, keep going.
And then I got debated because there was 5 episodes of filler like right after that, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm watching it. You know, it's right after, the flashback. And, you know, they're confronting and Luffy's like, let's go. You know, she agrees. And they're about, you know, you're like, oh, the showdown with CP9 is about to begin. And, you know, they jump off the building and Luffy's like, let's go. And then it like rewinds time. And it goes back to like one of the old.
They get you like that. They get you, and you're just like motherfucking 5 episodes.
And it rolls back, and you're like, oh my god. I'm like, oh, the nostalgia. And I was like, oh, can you even feel nostalgic for something that you've seen like, you know, this year? But it's like you seeing how much it has grown. And I get there, and I'm like 10, 15 minutes in, I'm like, yo, this is like legitimately just one of the older episodes. Like it's not even like I was like, what the fuck? So I like paused and I went and looked at the filler list and I was like, oh, it's literally 5 recap episodes. It was like the Luffy recap, which it wasn't even a recap. It was just literally one of the older ones with him and Shanks. And it's like, then you get the Zoro one, then you get the Sanji one, then you get the Nami one. I'm like, no. So I skipped that shit and I went to the
him recruiting each member.
Yep. So then I went to the canon episode, skipped that. And then of course, yet again, 5-6 minutes of recap.
You know, out of curiosity,
yeah,
when they did those recap episodes when he was recruiting each person, did they have him in a recap episode with him and Vivi?
No.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they didn't. It was just, let me pull it up here.
There's probably each person. So him and Usopp first.
Now, so they combined a few of them. Let me pull it up here. It's in the title of the episodes. It was like it was Luffy. So it wasn't even them joining because it started with Luffy. So yeah, so you have Jump Toward the Falls, Luffy's feelings. So it basically shows you know, Luffy and Shanks and like basically like why Luffy cares about saving Robin so much because Shanks saved him. So it's, you know, that episode. Then the next episode is The Ways of Men. It's Zoro and Usopp. So it's them recruiting Usopp and them recruiting Zoro. And then there's Nami. And then it's Sanji and Chopper. And then they put Robin.
Okay.
And then it goes back to normal. But it was just one of those things where it was like, this is cool. Don't get me wrong. And if you want a reminder, I get, you know, I can understand why. But I was like, you could have just given me a recap. Like you didn't have to literally take the episode and be like, let's show Luffy jumping off the building 5 times. Like that was the comments on Crunchyroll. Because what I do is I go into Crunchyroll and I don't read the comments. I just scroll and look for numbers. Because, you know, I don't want to get spoiled. So like I won't read any of the words. I'll just scan it for numbers. Because there's always somebody who puts when the recap ends. And, you know, when like I recorded like 15 episodes today. So it's like, imagine if I was watching all those recaps. So you go through it and all I see is like people going, yeah, I really needed to see Luffy grab everybody and jump off the building for the 5th time. Because it was Luffy jumps off the building. Here's Luffy's backstory. Luffy jumps off the building. Here's Zoro's backstory. and that's what they kept doing. I'm like, bro, why? Like, come on. Because here's this scene to make it look new. And episode 12.
You gotta drag it out somehow.
I mean, I get it. It's one of the things where it's nice because there's not a lot of filler in One Piece. You know, like it's just a string of 5 episodes. But like prior to that, there hasn't been any filler for like 60 episodes, and even then, it was a small amount. And like the next one is like there's a strip of 2, and then there's 1. I need to know if it's good though. It's called Boss Luffy, and it seems like it has nothing to do with the story at all. Like it's completely filler.
No, that's a lot of One Piece. Like some other fillers, it's just like a complete side story.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'll probably watch it on my own or something. But like that's one of the nice things is there's not a lot of filler in One Piece, which is kind of nice.
I think that he writes them in different roles, if I'm not mistaken. Like they all kind of. It was him just toying around with different stories or something like that. Because I've watched a couple of them and I was like, huh, interesting. Because like they're in just out of their element, I guess the best way to put it.
Weird. I'll have to look into it. Yeah, so I've been watching that and it's been an emotional roller coaster, dude. Like the comedy, like it's just so well written and I feel like it's just paced so well. At least especially in this specific arc, it's just being handled so well.
So thinking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like think about like being a writer and like the job as a writer.
Okay.
Honestly, like the fact that he's on like what, episode 200, 300 right now with you.
What do you mean?
And you've had like these side story arcs where he kind of like toys around with the story and does different things.
Wait, what do you mean? I'm
Like,
confused.
think about that. Like, if you're writing a story, right? And you're on your, I can only imagine this is probably for manga. This is probably what, 400, 500?
So the filler usually is not written by the main writer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's not canon. Yeah, most of the filler, I think there's some where they'll oversee it or they'll approve it, but so usually
they don't actually write it.
Yeah, so there
what
was.
Is that more like fan? Would that be more like fan fiction then?
No, because it's hard to say. So for example, scrolling through it, because I've been learning a lot from doing the reactions, because anime fans are crazy and they make it very clear, everything that you need to know. So there's canon, and then there's filler, and then there's certain anime canon episodes, which means like it wasn't in the manga, but like the writer included it and considered it canon. Usually they'll do that if there's something they didn't include in the manga, and then they were like, you know what, I actually kind of think this makes more sense. But that's very rare. Filler is just, it's not tied to the story at all. It's completely separate. In early, or an easy example is in Alabasta, in the manga, with the dugong looking fucking things. You know what I'm talking about? Weird like sea fucking
the walrus things.
Yeah. Right? So right there in the manga, those are canon and everything. But in the manga, Ace leaves there. That's when they separate. But in the anime, Ace stays with them as they travel through the desert for like 6-7 episodes, and none of that is actually part of the story. None of it is. It's not canon. It's just So usually what they'll do is the anime studios will create filler when they catch up to the manga, to give the mangaka time to rewrite it, or to finish writing, or finish their chapters or whatever.
Okay, interesting. I
So
didn't know that.
Yeah,
okay.
So that's usually where filler comes, is that they are trying to, pad it out to give the, writer more time.
Give him space.
Yep. Yeah, so like the Boss Luffy stuff is not canon. It's just not important.
Besides, Attack on Titan, who's just like, animated and keep up with it and fucking end it at the same goddamn time.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Pretty much. Which would be interesting. But yeah, I think that's been the weirdest thing, is for the longest time, and I find people that think this way at the same time. For the longest time, I always thought that filler was not like that, it wasn't real. It was more just, I always thought filler was like, like, all this is like the crap. Like, it's not needed. But there is plenty of canon parts of all different types of anime that we probably considered filler growing up, but they weren't.
Well, in my mind, I considered filler like think about like you doing something the same, like you're the same job every single day, right? Mm-hmm. Eventually it's going to get boring and monotonous, so you got to have some way to spice it up.
Okay.
So like my way like of thinking was, maybe the writer, like this was like his break, like from like the story. He was kind of like, I'm just gonna fuck around with the characters in these situations and simulate what's gonna happen. And then now you guys can have that, when you guys are caught, when the studios are caught up with me, this gives me a couple moments of a reprieve or whatnot. But I guess that makes more sense, because that's a lot less work on the actual original writer.
Yeah, so like the best example people were using is that at the start, you probably remember it, in the beginning of Water 7, like right after they introduce you to like Aokiji and all that, and then it breaks off, or maybe it was before this. You the Long Ring Island arc, where you meet the guy and they do those games.
Okay.
Where the dude's trying to like steal the Straw Hats away from Luffy, because the Davy back fight.
Yeah. Yeah, that fight.
So that's all canon. And
really?
People, that's all canon. That's all actually part of the story. And people always talk about it. In the comments, people are like, I cannot believe this is canon, because right before that is the G8 arc, which is filler. But it's the biggest one where like I got told, like, you need to watch the G8 arc. It's filler, but it's incredible. And I watched it. It was fucking great. And the G8 arc felt way less like filler than the fucking Long Ring Island arc. And that was when it like blew my mind. And I was like, oh, fucking filler's not at all what I thought it was. It literally just means it's not actually part of the story.
Yeah, I mean,
of the manga.
That makes sense. Makes sense. I always consider, I always thought filler came from the original writer.
Yeah, I did too.
Not outside of another studio or whatnot.
Like that's like the Dragon Ball Z movies back in the day. The Dragon Ball Super movies, all of those, like Battle of God, the Broly movie, Golden Frieza, that's all canon. But like all of the Dragon Ball Z movies that came out like when we were younger are all filler. They're just not thing. And I thought the same thing for the longest time. I thought like, you know, it was just a side story.
And freaking
yeah. But no, just fucking not written by somebody else. Cash cow. Trying to make that extra money, you know.
All of that literally is filler. I'm disappointed now.
Right?
My child is lying.
I know. I'm sorry.
KO Ken.
Oh my god, dude. I've also been playing some Pokemon Crystal lately.
Ooh.
On my Game Boy Advance SP. Dude, that thing is a gem. It is like the perfect size for handhelds. I understand we wanted to make screens bigger, but like there's just something nice about being able to just fold that bitch and throw it in my pocket. Like it's like smaller than my phone, dude. Not when it's unfolded, but you know. Oh, that looks delicious. See, only got delivered food. Bro, what the fuck is that? Show the dinner.
There's asparagus.
Show the dinner, dude. I want to see it. Show it. Show the people. Show the people the dinner.
People want to see the foods?
Bro, this man's got like the nicest roommate. Just came and hand delivered food. What the fuck, bro? That is a fucking like meal. That is like, I'd pay for that shit at a restaurant meal. What the fuck? I'm about to go make some nuggets after this. And you're eating like a goddamn king. Holy shit.
Pork loin, bro.
Maybe I'll make a chicken sandwich. We'll see.
Ooh.
I have no idea. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Pokemon. Dude, it's been the old Pokemon games just hold up so well, man. Not even just the old ones, all of them. I don't know what it is. And I'm one of those people that is very much like old game is old. You know, I'm not a big retro guy, but just the Pokemon games just hold up so well.
They've aged with time very well. Oh, that and it's our nostalgia game. I mean,
that's true.
I'm the same way with Zelda, like old Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, that kind of stuff. Like,
I would love to go back, dude. I gotta show you. So I have officially figured out what I would do if I was rich. Because I've thought about. Have you ever thought about like if you were rich, like what you would spend your money on?
All day, every day, play Path of Exile.
There you go. So boom. So like for me, I was debating a couple different things, and I don't know how it got recommended because YouTube just not as much as TikTok, but YouTube just has this way of like knowing you want to watch something more than you know you want to watch something, right? Shit that you would never think to look up. It's like, hey, do you want to watch this? So I found a video of Mizkiff. I don't know if you ever heard of Mizkiff. He's like a big Twitch streamer.
Yeah, I have.
Title of the video, showing off my $25,000 video game investments. I was like, what is this? And he was showing all of these VGA graded boxes, you know, of old games. So old N64 games, a Game Boy Color, and they're like VGA graded, you know, 85 plus. They're super rare. And he paid, you know, oh, this cost me $2,000. This one cost me $4,000. But it's crazy. He was explaining how much they go up in value, and it's insane. Like, so like there's one that he bought for like $1,400 a year ago, and it's now worth like $4,000. And
wow.
Like he has a Pokemon Emerald worth $12,000, graded 85 plus. So I started looking it up, right? I started looking up VGA grade. Let me see if I can pull it up here. How much do you think a VGA graded like old like Pokemon Red would cost?
$500?
No. So right here, 75 plus, which is like is considered not good. It's like it's good condition, but like in terms of VGA graded, like people usually want an 85 plus. Of Pokemon Gold is $3,300. Right here, Pokemon Snap VGA 80 plus, 2,500. 80 Pokemon Gold, 7,000. Ready? Pokemon Red 80 plus, $20,000. Pokemon Yellow 85 plus Gold, $50,000.
Why?
Pokemon Emerald 80, because think about it. They're so one, you can't get them anymore, right? But two, they're VGA graded. Like when you get something VGA graded, you send it out and you pay them, and they like inspect it and they grade it, and then they lock it in like a fucking plastic case so that it doesn't get messed up. And it's basically saying like this has been officially certified by like this company that like is well renowned for that kind of stuff. So think about it like trying to think. I mean,
yeah, I mean, you do it with coins and stuff too, but I never knew you could do that with actual video games.
Yeah. So, but the main reason is this. Let me use this as an example. Because I have one Game Boy Advance game, and the box is definitely beat it up. There's no way I'd be able to get it VGA graded, but it's for Kingdom Hearts. So you know it's banged up. Like this thing would not do it. But think about it. It's cardboard, right? Like these boxes used to be beautiful. You know, the shiny and they, you know, were just really, really gorgeous. But they're cardboard. And you think about it, right? Most of us got these when we were younger. Even if we didn't, you know,
ripped it open.
Yeah, like it's hard to keep something that's just a cardboard box in mint condition for years, let alone for 2-3 decades. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, yo, it kind of makes sense, like as an investment. Like if you were to buy what, like for example, like right here, Pokemon Leaf Green, 85 plus $8,000. Now you can get some newer games, for example, right? Like a Pokemon White version, you know, Game Boy or DS, $782. So there's some that are cheaper. But it's crazy to think that these are of that quality, but it does make sense because if you were to buy something like this and just held it, right, the value will not go down. Because the longer something like this exists, the longer... I mean, we were talking about random relics the other day.
Good point.
Right? So it's fucking crazy, dude. Like, and like, think about how cool it would look. Like, look at these in their cases, and they have their fucking, you know, little thing. Let's see if we can get focus. Come on, camera. I think you can see it.
That's $30,000.
Yeah, dude. Like, but like, it looks so cool. I'll just send you a link to the video. But I was like looking at this stuff, and I'm wondering about like other things that are VGA graded. Oh my god. Fucking Pokemon Crystal is 50,000. That's crazy. But yeah, so you can find these, and they just will continue to go up in value. And they would be so cool. Can you imagine you just had a wall of like your favorite games? Like you were talking about Zelda. Those. I'm actually curious now. All right, what do you think?
How much Zelda's going for?
VGA graded Zelda. What do you think?
$5,000. I'm thinking.
Legend of Zelda NES factory sealed graded VGA 80, 16,500. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3DS VGA graded 90, 30,000. It looks like Zelda Breath of the Wild right now. VGA grade 85 is going for about 450, 500. Of course, you know, as years go by, that'll go up. Yeah, like a lot of the other Zeldas. I'm trying to see if I can find any of the... Here we go. N64. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Collector's Edition. Nintendo 64. VGA graded 85 plus. $20,000.
Jesus.
Majora's Mask is on here for 3,300. Oh, it's not VGA graded. It's a different brand. But that's one of the things that I think would be kind of funny is I feel like you could get ones that are graded by like that aren't VGA graded and then just like pay the money to get it VGA graded and it would just instantly go up in value.
Yeah, could.
Because that's the thing. Like even if somebody owned a copy of these games, right? And they were mint just like the VGA graded ones and they would get graded that you can't sell them for that price without them being graded.
The only way you'd find these is like estate auctions or garage sales, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and you know that they're going to be beat up. So like that's the thing. If you wanted them graded, like you're going to have to shell out some money for them for sure. But I just thought it was kind of cool.
It is. Right?
This is mind blowing, but it made me want them. Like if I was rich, I would totally do that. I would buy all the ones that I had when I was younger. Why not? I'm rich. What would you guys do with $1 million?
Tell us.
Well, I guess $1 million isn't a lot. What would you do if you were rich and had multi-million-dollars?
What would you do if you invested in GME and now you're a multimillionaire?
Except we all didn't.
You're not wrong.
I can dream. I don't care, dude. I'm still holding. We'll see. I'll take that bitch to the ground.
I'm diversified. I'm happy. I've been bouncing around in different stocks.
just in the thing where I'm like, you know what? We'll see what happens. I'm committed at this point. I've already lost enough. Just ride it out and hope for the best.
Ride it out. You got this. It's only a loss once you sell.
You're not wrong. Well, this has been the Nani No Anime podcast, where we talked about a lot of things. We talked about anime. We talked about video games and VGA graded thousands of dollars of things. Yeah, so if you have a like mint condition copy of an old video game, like look up the VGA graded system and like get it sent to them, because like you might be sitting on a gold mine. Like literally. And that's just crazy. It could be anything. Like you think about like even like old Xbox 360 games, like dude, I'm sure there's a bunch. Like I don't know how much it would be, but I'm sure we could look it up after this. I'm sure that there's like some old Call of Duties or like old Halos, you know, popular games that are VGA graded for like stupid amounts of money. That probably would be way easier to get your copy or your hands on a copy of it.
I'm sure if I go up in my attic, I can probably find some stuff up there.
There you go.
We'll get to that later. This is the closing now.
You guys already know this is a Nani No Anime weekly podcast. I'm tripping over my words, but we do this video on my YouTube channel, and hopefully if we can, slowly work on getting that stuff edited, we'll probably end up migrating this over to its own YouTube channel at some point.
One day. One day.
We already have it. So, I mean, if you want to just search Nani No Anime on YouTube, we have the YouTube channel. We just know that it, like, at the moment, until the podcast grows to be like its own animal, it's just one of those things where like it just makes sense to keep it.
It's a little sapling right now. It's a little sproutling.
It's growing though. TikTok popping the fuck off, and we are available in audio. You guys already know you can get it on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. You can rate us 5 stars and leave a review on iTunes. We will read it no matter what it says, as long as you don't say some like heinous shit that'll get us banned. But
yep,
we'll probably just censor those. But thank you guys for all the love. We love your faces. SeeOhKnee, do you have anything you'd like to say to the people before we leave?
Just the tip. Bye.